evening, everybody. Sax is back. Tonight we're having a show about the oath of office that's said by the police department. I'm only going to speak about Cleveland. So tonight we're going to talk about that and the role that Cleveland police or police officers play in that role of the oath of office. A lot of things you guys don't understand, you don't know, but I'm going to tell you. So pay close attention. And this is the Saxman Russell Show. Okay, just a little intro music, in case you guys like it or not, I don't know. Phone lines will be open. Phone lines are open. Let me see, matter of fact. Phone lines are open. What we're talking about is the oath of office. Now, I was talking to some people. I'm surrounded by a bunch of knuckleheads and haters. They always got something to say about the police or about me in my role and everything like that. And I had a discussion about the oath of office and what police are required to do under that oath. And they wanted to debate it with me, give me a hard time and argue with me about it and say police officers supposed to, I pay their salary and they supposed to do whatever I want them to do because they work for me, they public servants, and they got to do what this and that. And I said, well, technically they don't because according to the Supreme Court, they rule that the police officers, the only thing they have to do is enforce the ordinances and the rules of that city that they're being sworn by. They really don't have to do anything else as far as running into the line of fire, running into houses and saving people, running into gunplay, jumping off of a building trying to save people, or jumping in the lake to try to save drowning folks. Police officers really technically don't have to do that. All right, and the Supreme Court ruled that they don't have to. They do it by the decency of that individual. That police female or that male is a decent individual that wants that has respect for life and property, that takes that risk that they don't have to take according to the Supreme Court. They take that risk anyway because it's a decent thing to do as a decent individual. Case in point, I got two medals. One for valor and one for bravery. And I took two risks, a whole lot more risks, but I only got two medals. I took risks for saving lives that I really didn't have to, but I got awarded for it for saving lives. And reason why I say what I'm saying is we had a discussion about how they treat the police. And the person I was telling them that they should have respect for the police, they feel the police are getting treated the way they're getting treated because they deserve it. And I said, I don't know how you figured that. And then they brought up Tamir Rice, they brought up the Timothy and the other chick with the 137 shots, and they brought all that up. And I said, you basing an entire industry on a few that done something. That's like white people basing all black people the same as a few that's been out there doing stupid shit. They say we all that way. No, not all cops run around and want to shoot unarmed people. That's not true. We don't. All right? We are out to protect and serve and preserve life and property. We are out here to do that. Even though we're not under any obligation by any rules, by the imagination or not. Matter of fact, I'm going to read to you, I can only read to you the oath that I'm familiar with. I'm not going to read you any other city's oath. I'm going to read you the city of Cleveland's oath that I'm familiar with. I'm going to read to you, and I want you to tell me where did you see, hey, what's up, Mike? What's up, Maurice? Oh, okay. Bickerstaff, what's up? Okay. I want you to tell me when you hear something that remotely describes a police officer putting his life in danger. This is the mayor, and the mayor would say to a class, raise your right hand and repeat after me. Did everybody raise their right hand? Oops, sorry, wrong hand. Raise your right hand, repeat after me. I, state your name, I, Officer Stanley Russell, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the laws of the state of Ohio, the charters, ordinances of the city of Cleveland, obey the rules and regulations, orders of the Department of Police of the city of Cleveland, and discharge my duties of my office to the best of my knowledge and my ability. So help me God. That's the oath of office for all Cleveland police officers. It does not say one time, and I'll go run into a burning house and save a young mother and her newborn baby like I did. It didn't say that in the oath. I didn't swear to that. It didn't say climb up 4 stories, a 4-story balcony to get into a balcony of a woman's home that's passed out in front of her door, and the EMS can't get in and rescue her because of the fire on the stove. I did that, and I got an award for that. It didn't say that. I swore to that. It don't say run towards gunfire when y'all citizens are running away from it and we running towards it to protect you. It don't say I solemnly swear to do that. It don't say that. It don't say none of the stuff that y'all hold us accountable for. Now, I say that to say this. If y'all hold us accountable to do all those things that the Supreme Court said we don't have to do, why can't we expect more out of you civilians to show love and respect for those like myself, like Maurice that's watching, he's an officer, like Bickerstaff, he's an officer. Why y'all can't show us respect and love and give us that type of warmth that we are out here doing something above and beyond that the Supreme Court rule says we don't have to do? Why we can't get that respect from the civilian life? They see you in uniform, they thumb their nose up at you, and they put you in a class with everyone else. Don't even know you, never met you, don't know anything about you, but because you wearing that uniform, they're going to disrespect you. Now, I understand you can't be mad at me because you don't know me, but you pissed at that uniform. Now, what did that uniform do to you to make you mad at me? You 12 years old. You 14, you 18. What could this uniform have done to you to make you mad at me? Most of the time, 12 years old, 14-year-old, 18-year-olds, they're just following their followers. They're following everyone else's, I don't like him. You shouldn't like him either. Oh, okay, well, cool. You're my brother, you're my cousin, you're my sister, you're my auntie. I won't like him either because you don't like him. That's the trip. And now you hating people that's out here getting paid to do opposite of what you expect for them to do. Because the Cleveland police officer, all he does is ride around all day and look for what? Traffic infractions, city ordinance violations. He looking to write you a ticket or looking to arrest you or write a summons on your ass. That's what he's sworn to do. He's sworn to uphold, I'm going to say it again, uphold the Constitution, the laws of the state of Ohio, the charter and ordinances. Ordinances is what they're going to write up on your ass. Jaywalking, speeding, all right, throwing trash on the ground, littering. Those things is what they're going to write you up for. All right, getting into a fight, disturbances, coming to a house and dealing with a domestic disturbance, and they notice in their interview of 2 cops separating, and they notice that the female is showing signs of some type of assault. Now he's going to write it up and arrest him and indict him on that, on those ordinances. That's it. Their job is to write you. And the city of Cleveland, its job is to retrieve that money from where that police officer is out there writing tickets and getting money. Getting your ass speeding, jaywalking, fighting, getting into situations, and he writing your ass up and coming downtown, getting with the prosecutor, sending shit over to the grand jury, and they put an indictment on your ass, the warrant out, and then we come out and arrest your ass and send you back. See, those are the things that the police officers are hired to do. It's not hard to run and jump on the hood and protect you against gunfire. They're not hard to do that. Police officers are not hard to run into. Let me tell you, when I pulled up on that scene, that house was on fire. I sat in that car and I thought about it for a minute. I said, now, if I go in there and get injured, are these people who I'm rescuing, are they going to care about me? Are they going to show me any type of respect if I heal and go back on the job, I run into them again? Are they going to spit on me and call me dirty cop and all this shit? I'm sitting there thinking about this. If it wasn't for the brother and the husband of the woman and the baby coming outside, grabbing me, pulling me out of the car to come help, I probably would have sat there a little while. Because I know we're not under any obligation, but I did it anyway. I got out, I risked my life. I went into a burning home and rescued a young mother and her newborn baby. Didn't have to. Did it anyway, because it's a decent thing for Sykes man to do. Go out there and do it. And I did it. I got an award for it. I got praise for it. And I continued on. But if a cop pulled up and see that shit and kept right on going, and you got the cop's number and his name, and you want to go downtown, you want to file on him, and you want to, you can do that all you want. You can file a plan on him. You can have him come to court, all that kind of shit. But he's backed and protected by what? The Supreme Court. Because the Supreme Court ruled, and they ruled twice. The second time they ruled that a police officer ain't got to do nothing, guess when? When that shooting happened in Florida. When that remember that Florida officer, that school resource officer, heard all them gunshots from that dude shooting that assault weapon. All he had on him was a little 9mm, and he was hesitant going in there to go in there and save. And a lot of people got shot up, and they were saying that officer was wrong. He should have went in there and all that. They went at that cop. They went at his house. They went at his family. They dogged him. They were trying to get him to get fired and all this kind of stuff. What supported and helped him was the Supreme Court. And when they went to go knock that law out and have the Supreme Court to rule against that and take it away, Supreme Court said, oh, no. We're going to keep that law in place. So twice the Supreme Court ruled that it is law, that a police officer don't have to do nothing except write your ass a ticket, arrest you, throw you in jail. He is to uphold the law, the statute, the ordinances, the charters of that city that he's sworn to. That's it. If a cop is doing more than that, you better praise him and pat him on the back and say, thank you. Because he don't have to. He don't have to. What's up, Randy? He doesn't. You ask any cop that knows what I'm telling you, say the same thing. Well, based on Supreme Court, we don't have to, but it's a decent thing to do. Yeah, of course it's a decent thing to do. It's a decent thing for a civilian to protect another civilian. That's a decent thing to do. But they're not obligated either. So you're not under any obligation to risk your life for the haters. And I told the dude that today. I said, look, you don't like the police for whatever reason you don't like the police, that's fine. Hey, Ronald, you don't like the police for whatever reason, that's fine. But one thing you need to understand, they don't have to protect you. That sign that says protect and serve on the sides of the car, I said that's just a slogan. That's a slogan, and that's an illusion for you people to believe, okay, I'm good to go. Here comes a cop, I'm good to go. You mistreat that cop, you dog that cop out when he show up on the scene. You act like that cop is a piece of shit and everything. That cop walks away from you, getting that car and drive away, nothing you can do. Ain't nothing you can do. Because he's not under any obligation to protect you or put his life in. Let me tell you something. The Supreme Court ruled, the federal court affirms, police have no duty to protect you. None. Neither the Constitution or the state law says that any government, or officials of any police department have the duty to put themselves in harm's way. This is written by the Supreme Court. Even if they know harm is about to occur to you, he can walk away and say, look, he called me an asshole, or he said something about my mama, Oh, he called me a dirty, rotten cop or a racist cop or a pig. So fuck him. I'm out. Guess what? Ain't nothing you can do. Ain't nothing legally you can do to him. The Supreme Court ruled. He has the right to turn around, get that car, and go on about his business. I tried to explain this to the dude today. Black people, I don't get that from many whites. I get it mainly from the blacks that takes one incident they might have got into with a cop and blow it out of a big proportion and make it to where I want to be like everybody else and hate the police. You hating the people that can save your life. That is the dumbest thing anybody. That is so dumb to hate someone that has the power to not only save your life but can take your life. And you want to get in his face, spit on them, call them names, and dog them because they're there to break up a riot scene. Because you there to tear up a neighborhood, the cops are there to form a line to keep you from burning down this neighbor's business that you need in your community. You can't go nowhere else. You ain't got a car. You're on a bus. So where you gonna go to go buy groceries for your kid? But you're gonna go and tear down the only location you can go and burn it up because you pissed. And the cops are there to make sure you don't tear it up. And you in their face want to spit on them and call them all type of names. They there for your benefit twice. And you want to disrespect them. That is some of the dumbest things that I say my people do. That is the dumbest stuff I've seen my people do. Dumb, 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 dumb. You blowing up, tearing up shit in your own community that you need. You can't go nowhere else. Now that's down. Where you gonna go get Pampers and milk for your kid? Where you gonna go buy milk and bread to eat for breakfast? Where you gonna go? If you go out in the suburbs, way out there with your badass attitude, guess where you gonna end up? Because the suburb, I work in the suburbs. I'm telling you, you don't play. When you see you roll out there with attitude, you are clink clink, and you out of here. They would love to put you, especially if you go into different counties. Fuck Cuyahoga County. I'm talking about other counties that don't fuck around like Cuyahoga County does. Cuyahoga County is just too much of a game. They play too many games. You go out in them other counties where you got them good old boys still working. You bring your ass out there with that attitude because you can't go back in your own neighborhood to shop because you fucked up your own neighborhood and you go out there and you act up out there. I'm a witness. I've seen it. I've been a part of it. I've helped arrest. I've tried to break shit up. And I try to talk to some of the black folk. Nigga, you need to calm the fuck down. You in the wrong spot. Take you away. Bye-bye. And will lock you up. And wouldn't give a flying fuck. Because they still, once again, not under any obligation. Based on Supreme Court. And we do have in the comment section, in my chat room, someone who works in that capacity that deals with inmates and prisoners. And I'm quite sure he can say, you and that motherfucker, you don't want to be in there. Especially you in one of them racist counties. That's bad. So I'm just giving you some enlightenment because the guy, I hope he tuned in and watch. Because I told him what time I'm coming on. And I told him I was going to read it to him. I looked it up. I already knew all this, but I wanted to have it on paper and read it to him. All right, and let him see that I looked it up, wrote it all down, I'm reading it out to him. There's nothing that says in the Constitution, in the oath of office given to the police, that they have to risk their life to protect you. Nothing. They do it because it's the decent thing to do, and they're decent people. Those men and women that don that uniform and go out there and ride the streets for 8 to 12 hours a day and out there doing their jobs, they're putting their life on the line for you when they don't have to. But when they do it, you should thank them. Stop hating those that got your best interest. Stop violating, stop breaking the law, stop breaking the rules, and you will see that every time you encounter a police and everything is great, you ain't got no problems with them. Police officers are normally, like myself, fun guys. You know, we go out and drink, party, have a good time, take our families to Disneyland. We do everything y'all do. Civilians do. It's just that when we put that uniform on, it becomes serious because of the haters out there, the people that hate us and want to harm us. We have to take our job serious when we're in uniform out there working. Gotta take it serious. It's been too many ambushes on police officers being ambushed in their police cars, going into stores, walking out of stores, you name it. And the people who killed those cops, those two people never even encountered each other. The cop killer and the cop never encountered each other. It's because they see a uniform and they hate it. I'm going to give you a quick story. This happened back in 1990, I want to say 2 or 3. I was working in the patrol area, Lakeview, Durant area. You got Lynn Drive, you got Tuscarora, you got St. Clair. Those of you that know what I'm talking about, that Lakeview area, I used to patrol that area. And I stopped at this store on the corner of Lakeview and Durant called the In-N-Out Drive-Thru Beverage. I don't know if any of you know that, some of you might. And I'm talking, because me and the owner was real cool. He's always let me get stuff, and I hang out in the store. Sometimes I work part-time security at the store. So I'm there one day, standing outside. It was a nice hot day. I'm standing outside talking to another patron that comes out that I know that comes in regularly. Had my back turned towards the vehicles that's pulling in parking. This car pulls up, 2 guys get out the car. I'm talking to the patron. I see the one guy pass me, he waves, I waves. Second guy stops in my peripheral, and I see him standing for a while, so I turn and look, and he's staring me up and down. He had jailhouse tats all on his arms. He pulls his shirt off to where he's bare-chested with tattoos everywhere, all over. And I'm looking at him like, okay. He said, I hate the fucking police. I hate the police. Fuck the police. And he came at me. He pulled a shank out of he had a shank hitting. He pulled a shank out and came at me to shank me. And when he hit me just above where the crease of the vest is. He hit me, and he ripped, boom, he went like that. He went to go try to do a kidney destroyer hit, whatever. Boom, boom. But he caught my vest and ripped my vest. And when it turned me around. When I spent around, I pulled out my ass at the same time. Popped that sucker out and beat that motherfucker damn near to death with it. Beat him damn near to death with it. Come to find out, he just got out of prison. After doing a lengthy stint. Maybe the prison guards was mean to him. Maybe they disrespected him. Maybe whatever. But when he came out, I never met the guy. The guy didn't know me, but he saw the uniform. He saw the police uniform, and he had a flashback, freaked out, and wanted to kill me. And I beat that motherfucker damn near to death with that ass baton and sent his ass back to prison. I believe that was around 92, 93. Never forget that in my life. So now he's back in prison, beat the fuck up. He got to lick his wounds while he behind bars. I just had to go buy another vest. That's all I did, went and bought another vest. I done bought, in about 30, almost 34 years, 2 months, June will be 34. I done had 1, 2, 3, I done had 3 vests. I had 3 vests. One destroyed, the other one shot, one destroyed from the rip, other one shot here, and I got a new one. I just bought a new one last year. So they last like every 5 years you update. You go another 5 years and you update. So it was about time that I updated. The reason why, I know you're saying, but damn, the numbers on add up. That's 15 years and you've been there for 30-something. We wasn't wearing vests when I started back in 86. Cops didn't have vests. Cops didn't start getting vests around the the early part of the 90s. That's when cops started getting vests. So I went the early part of my years without a vest. Running into gunshots. Gunfire. Getting in gun battles with no vest. No chest protection, no bullet resistant anything, no flak jacket, nothing. From 86 to 96. Oh, no, 86. So I got my first vest, 91, I'm sorry. So during that time, I didn't have no vest. So it was around 91, 92 when I got my first vest. And luckily I did because dude tried to shake me, tried to hit me right in my lungs or my kidney, whatever. But he caught the vest and ripped it. Fucked it up. Because he had serrated edges on that motherfucking shank. Ripped my shit up. And I didn't realize it, that he did that much damage until I took it off. The ambulance came and everything. They looked at my shit.
5.
Oh, got a phone call.
1, 2,
I don't know who the fuck this is. Hello, this is the Sax Man Show. You talking to your boy Sax. Who this?
What's up, Sax?
Who this?
What do you think it is? What the hell is it called?
I don't know, motherfucker. Who? Shit, your buckhead.
Boy Mo.
Oh, Maurice, what's up, man? How's it going, man?
Alright.
I gotta put your name in this. I gotta say your name in this. That way I know it's you when you call. I won't be saying who the fuck is it. What's going on, man? You watching the show?
Hey, but, yeah, I had to watch it. I was bored. Just had nothing to do. So I said, let me check this dude out, see what kind of nonsense he's putting out there now.
I mean, you might as well. You ain't doing shit else.
Right, exactly.
So what's on your mind?
Hey, well, man, I mean, I agree with part of a lot of what you were saying, for the most part, as far as with the police and everything. But, you know what? Yeah, you gotta look at the other flip side, too, man. And I'm not making excuses for our people. But here's the thing, though, man. Because here's the thing, all right? It's not so much that people is hate the uniform, but it's a reason behind that, man. Because the thing is, it's how police officers are changing now, man. I mean, it's like a buddy of mine. Before I moved down here, I got a buddy that works for Cleveland Heights.
Mm-hmm.
And me and him, we used to talk about this all the time. How the policing is changing, and how you had these young Thundercats that's coming into the business now.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming into the field now, and they're messing it up.
Yep.
For people
Yep.
in blue now.
Absolutely.
Messing it up.
Absolutely.
And, I mean, and again, I give you another example. Just like prime example. Look at your boy Pac-Man, and I know you gonna probably catch people gonna call, man, here we go with this Pac-Man stuff again. It's the same thing, man.
Yeah.
People like him messes it up.
Yeah.
For the cops.
Yeah.
For the cops.
Yep.
People like him who were once probably a nobody at some point. Okay? And see, the thing is, you know what? I met Pac-Man a long time ago. When I met him a long time ago when he was partners with the cause don't you work for what's the name? The company you work for now?
George Lewin. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Pac-Man used to be partners with him.
Yeah, I know. I think they partner in certain things they still partner up with, but for the most part, Pac is kind of backed out.
But see, he had a real arrogant attitude about him.
Yeah.
And and me and him, I didn't like the way he was talking. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna deal with him no more. And I just like, I'm not even work with him. I knew if I did work with him, I was gonna have an issue. But moving forward, though, people like him and that were to become cops that have that arrogant attitude, like, you know what? I'm the law.
Right.
You gotta do what I gotta say. You shaking people down. You up here doing illegal stuff. You taking advantage of that stuff. And then because you see, the only department he can really go to is Cleveland.
He can't go nowhere else. Yeah, he can't go nowhere else. Yeah.
But even without him though, look at the city of East Cleveland, man. Predominantly black neighborhood for years.
Uh-huh.
Okay? It was predominantly black when you knew predominantly black when I was growing up living there.
Uh-huh.
But who are the cops who get hired there all the time?
Thugs. Thugs.
I mean, yeah, but most of the time it's white folks though, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like saying that stuff, but that's the thing,
Yeah.
And I mean, that dude's been in trouble long. That dude's been suspended and rehired, suspended, but he's the chief of police now.
Well, you gotta stop and think
You know
where they
that.
came from. They came from the suburbs to East Cleveland.
Exactly.
And you know,
Exactly.
it's like what I told you, what goes on in the suburbs. The good old boys are in the suburbs. So the good old boys is now in the urban areas with black folk. And they doing what they do in the suburbs now in the urban areas. So it's what I was saying. It was what I was saying. That's what they do.
And that's what I'm saying. I mean, like, and look, and that's what I'm saying, man. You got people like that. You got people. I mean, look how this East Cleveland's being ran. I mean, hell, you know that between you and your girl who's been really
She been on it.
focused on trying. Yeah, she been on it.
She been on it.
Because East Cleveland's been like that for years.
Yep. Yep.
You know, and I'm sure it's not just East Cleveland. I'm sure it's other departments. It's probably on it. You know, like you said, it's not going to be the suburb department. The big names, but suburb departments, they stay on top of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
To.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's what I'm saying, though, man. I mean, I understand what you're saying about the respect of the gun and everything, and to see. I mean, but that's the issue, though, man. You get people who become cops, you know, and then it's like they forget where they come from.
They do. Absolutely.
And it makes it hard. And then, because like the question, like you said, is why are people taking it out on us, man? Why are people doing it? Because you got these young dudes, some of these cops, these young dudes out there, man. They just messed it up for all the veterans, pretty much, man. So the way they look at it is, hey, everybody's like that.
Shouldn't people judge cops based on their own individuality and not on as a group?
They should, but look at the society we live in, though, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you get tired of hearing that, man. Just like if a cop shoots somebody, the first thing they say is, "Oh, I was in fear of my life." I mean, that's becoming the norm now. And even other cops are getting tired of hearing that, man. They don't like hearing that. Now.
They have to,
Like, oh,
but see, Mo, they have to say that in their report to cover them. They have to say that.
I know that, but see, that's what's frustrating people.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in fear of my life. You're in fear of your life, but I mean, come on, if you were so in fear of your life, you wouldn't have put yourself in that situation in the first place.
And that's why I say the Supreme Court said they don't have to do it. Just like that cop in Florida. That cop in Florida was afraid to go in there. With all that shooting was going on, that assault rifle, he was scared to go up in there, and he chose not to.
Yeah, but that's kind of like, I mean, but again, I get what you said. The Supreme Court said that, sure enough, but at the same time, you turn around, when you take that oath, that's the oath you take it.
You're not taking an oath. I read you the oath. The oath don't say risk your life.
But